I thought Emma was the love of my life. We'd been together for 4 years, building a relationship full of trust, laughter, and dreams of a future together. Our wedding was just 2 weeks away, and I was counting the days until she would officially become my wife. But then, she made a request that shattered everything I believed about her. We were sitting in our living room when she nervously twisted her engagement ring and said, "There's something I need to ask you, something important before we get married." Her tone was soft, almost hesitant. I braced myself for something small, maybe cold feet, wedding stress, but what she said next felt like a punch to the gut. I, I want one last night with my ex, Ryan, for closure, to say goodbye properly, physically and emotionally. I want to start our marriage without any regrets. I stared at her, speechless. My fiancée, the woman I was ready to spend forever with, was asking permission to sleep with another man. She called it closure, but I knew exactly what it was. Betrayal wrapped in pretty words. Inside, I was boiling with anger and heartbreak, but instead of yelling or accusing her, I simply nodded. "If that's what you need, okay." She looked shocked, almost relieved, like she expected me to fight. I didn't. I just smiled faintly and said, "Take all the time you need." The truth is, in that exact moment, something inside me died. I realized I could never marry a woman who needed one last night with another man. I could never spend my life with someone who thought this was acceptable. But I didn't tell her that. I had a better plan. The next day, she left to meet him. I watched her drive away, my heart heavy, but my mind cold and clear. I spent that night quietly packing my things, my suits, my documents, the savings from our joint account. All of it went into my car. I made sure to erase any trace of myself from our apartment. By the time she returned, I would be gone. Before I left, I wrote a single note and placed it on the kitchen counter. "Emma, you didn't lose me because of what you did last night. You lost me the moment you asked. Goodbye." Then I vanished. I turned off my phone, deactivated my social media, and moved 3 states away to start fresh. I didn't owe her a dramatic confrontation. I didn't need to witness her guilt. I simply erased myself from her life, the same way she erased my trust. From what mutual friends told me later, she came home to an empty apartment and the note. She called me dozens of times and sent frantic messages, even showed up at my workplace, only to learn I'd already resigned. She panicked when she realized I wasn't coming back. She tried to spin the story, telling people I abandoned her. But the truth came out eventually. Her own best friend exposed what she'd done. Everyone knew she had destroyed the relationship, not me. And Ryan? He didn't want her. He'd moved on long ago. She had thrown away everything for nothing. Meanwhile, I started a new life, a new city, a new job. And eventually I met someone who understood loyalty, someone who would never ask for one last night with another man. Do I ever think about Emma? Sometimes, but only as a reminder of how close I came to making the biggest mistake of my life. Letting her go was the best decision I ever made. In the end, she wanted closure, and I gave it to her, just not in the way she expected.